This year for Halloween, I decided to be a sugar skull, and I am so in love with the costume that I really wanted to show you guys how I created it. So let's get started. The first thing I'm starting off with is a white face paint, and I'm just putting this all over my face and down my neck. Now taking a really pale face powder. This isn't completely white because I didn't want to be stark white, but this is just a very light powder that I would usually use for highlighting. Taking a black eyeshadow and a very small eyeshadow brush, and I'm drawing circles around my eyes. I don't recommend going above your brow if you're going to do a black outline because later that kind of became a problem for me. Then taking a yellow eyeshadow, and this brush was dirty so I switched to a new one, but I'm putting it on my lid and heavily on my lower lash line. Put an orange in the crease and also put it just below the yellow on the lower lash line. This is where the problem with the circle above my eyebrow came in because I realized that I couldn't cover my eyebrow with red. If you can cover your eyebrow with red, then go ahead and do the circle, but that meant that my lines were thicker on the top of the circle than on the bottom. Now I am putting the black around the edge to get a sharper circle edge, and I also had to fill in my eyebrow with this, and you will see that the top part of the circle is totally thicker than the bottom. Taking more red, this is just blend out the edges of the black and add a little bit more red that was covered up. And then I'm taking white face paint and fixing any edges that were a little bit too messy. Next, I'm doing a small spiderweb on my chin using a felt tip eyeliner. Then I'm adding a huge spiderweb on my forehead, and I think that it would be cool if you also did it the opposite way, so the spiderweb was facing down, not up, just to get a little bit more like different types of webs going on, but I literally did the exact same thing except it was bigger. Then for the mouth, draw lines that go to the corner of your mouth, and also do a thin line on your bottom lip, and then do lines that act as the teeth, and make sure they get bigger as you go in. Taking the same red from before, I'm going to be heavily contouring my cheekbones, and it's not just going to be a straight line, it's actually going to have a curve to it as well. Then add the orange just below the red and the yellow just below the orange, and then just blend them all together so it creates a really pretty gradient. Then taking the small brush with black eyeshadow again, and I'm going to define the line where my cheekbones will really set in, and I'm going to bring the black down so I can blend it into the red. And this may not make any sense to you, so if it doesn't, just watch the video because I can barely make sense of it. And then take that black eyeliner again and further define the cheekbones because you can never be too contoured. This is my favorite part of the entire look. I'm going to be drawing these vines up my cheekbones and onto the temples of my forehead. And I'm going to be drawing roses with a black eyeliner. And yes, I switched my eyeliners because I prefer this one. And I'm also going to be drawing leaves, and then I'm filling them in with red and green eyeshadow. I'm going over the lines on my mouth because this eyeliner is much more pigmented, and I decided to blend all the black on my lips together, and one is a little bit more bold than the other, so yeah. And then I'm just filling in the roses and the leaves. Then using rhinestones with glass glue, I'm going to apply these diamond squarey rhinestones to the very bottoms of these spider webs, and I just think this adds a little bit more detail. And then I'm adding my nose, or what wouldn't be my nose because it's black. And then I'm going over it with a matte black because this eyeliner has a shiny finish and I didn't want it to be that way. So by the end of this tutorial, this is what it should come out to look like. I just wanted to show you my costume as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos by me. And also thank you to my friend Mackenzie for filming me my intro and outro. Bye!